for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff. But
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.
Yo. What's up? Boom, 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 boom. My name is Rashad Milligan, man. If you are new to the channel, this is the road to 5K subs, man. We back at it. You already know what's going on. And I'm going to keep tonight short because, yeah, I need sleep really bad. Like someone called me out on the video yesterday. I've been doing it for probably more than the past week, but especially last night. I was yawning all throughout the stream during stories and stuff. And someone's like, "You yawning and junk?" So definitely gonna catch up on some sleep, man. But I gotta keep the daily streams going. So I'm gonna keep this one short. First of all, I do want to acknowledge in the NBA, we got a couple game sevens this weekend. We got obviously Houston just pushed Golden State to game 7. So we get that game 7 in Houston on Sunday. I think all the pressure in the world is on Golden State. And Houston's playing with house money because not many people, I mean, some people might have picked Houston to win the series just because they are the higher seed and you want to respect them and you feel like they might have taken that next jump with Van Vliet and Dylan Brooks as vets in the fold now. But not many people really picked them. So, you know, they kind of had that chip on their shoulder as the underdog. Golden State came out firing on all cylinders, 3-1 lead and stuff like that. Tonight, Golden State just went cold, to be honest. Golden State just went cold from the field. There was a literal lid on the basket in the fourth quarter. You talk about from Moses Moody. Excuse me, sorry. You talk about from Moses Moody. You talk about from Jimmy Butler. You talk about from Buddy Hield and Steph Curry. They just couldn't make any shots. And so now that results in a game 7. And then what else? Yeah. So there's pressure there. And then the Clippers series. So it looked like the Clippers, once again, we're going to take care of the series and stuff like that. But Denver surged back and kind of still respected themselves and made it an extremely competitive series. It's probably been the most competitive first round series that we've seen this entire playoffs. And it's been a pretty good playoffs when you think about the New York series, the New York and Detroit series and stuff like that. So all those things are things that I've already said and already cleared up. But just 2 things to look forward to. I think it'll be very interesting to see how the Clippers really respond and show up, because the thing with the Clippers is you just don't know which team you're getting. You don't know if Kawhi is going to show up. You don't know if Kawhi and James are going to show up at the same time. You don't know if it's just going to be Kawhi by himself. You don't know if it's just going to be James by himself. So be very interesting to see. Is Ben Simmons going to be an unsung hero? What is Chris Dunn? Is Chris Dunn going to be an unsung? You just never know with the Clippers. So be very interesting to see what happens there in that game 7 as well. Because hey, you got Jokic, you know what I'm saying, 4-time, 3-time MVP on the other side of that floor with Russell Westbrook, with Aaron Gordon. Jamal Murray's playing the best basketball I've seen him play in a couple of years, to be honest. So it's going to be very interesting, man, these game 7s this weekend. And then on the WNBA side of things, you know, obviously we opened up tonight of the preseason with a couple of homecomings. It's homecoming kind of season and stuff like that in the WNBA preseason. I know Caitlin's got her homecoming at Iowa. That sold out in like half a second. And, you know, so it's going to be really interesting to watch. However, I didn't really watch much of the games tonight. I'm not even going to lie to you guys because, like I said yesterday, if you watched yesterday's stream, I was traveling up to another state tonight to be with family, and I spent a lot of time with family. So I was watching a little bit of the end of the Aces game on my phone and stuff like that. So I saw the Doja Kelly Harmony Turner minutes, and Doja Kelly had a turnover, and I was like, yikes, Doja. But then she like started making shots and won and stuff like that. She was really fighting. She was really competing. Harmony Turner had a couple drives. She didn't really shoot the ball, but Aaliyah Nye shot the ball a lot of times and she made a lot of shots. I believe she had like 17 points coming off the bench tonight. So Aaliyah Nye is definitely solidifying her spot, because there's some people that said the Aces weren't going to have any of the rookies make the team. So Aaliyah Nye is definitely like, yo, if you push me out, you got to push me out, you know what I'm saying, in a crazy way and stuff like this. But I'm going to keep this train moving. So that was definitely interesting. I saw Paige had a few points. I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't seen this stuff yet. And I don't want to pull it up on stream or on video just because I'm not going to lie. UConn scarred me, bro. I'm not going to lie. the Yukon Page Bakers era with like the Fox Sports One is man. Fox Sports One almost got my channel out of here a couple years ago. Ever since then, I've been scared to react to anything with Page or highlights in general, but especially Page. So I'll watch it tonight, or probably watch it like maybe tomorrow at some point and stuff like that. But as of right now, I just saw kind of like glimpses of her stat line, and I seen some fans on the timeline that were saying like Dejanay and Enrique weren't really feeding her the ball like that. That'll be something to watch for. But it's preseason game number one. At some point, Paige has to, what I'm saying, she came in as Paige Becker. She's the number one pick. It's gonna be her team eventually. I know it's Enrique's team, but it's got to be Paige's eventually. Paige is, if that is the case, like I said, I haven't watched the games and stuff like that. So I have to say that about as a disclaimer with Dallas. I'll always say when I don't watch the games because I don't want to. Oh yeah, you ain't even watch the game. You're right. I didn't watch the game. So I want to. You know what I'm saying? If I'm saying something, I watch the game. Just want you to know that. Background, everything like that. But yeah, man. With Paige, if that is the case, what the fans are saying, because fans can skew things as well. If what the fans are saying is true, Paige has eventually got to have that just kind of straight up sit down. Hey man, they brought me in for a reason. This is why I'm here. I know this was your show, this was your team, but in order for us to take a next step as a team and not place ourselves in a position to be in the Juju Watkins, what I'm saying, sweepstakes in a couple years, we have to do A, B, and C. And yeah, to get to where Indiana is, we have to do A, B, and C. So be very interesting to see how that season progresses for them in Dallas. And then I have to watch these games, so I'll just watch the replay. I'm about to buy League Pass. I was having this conversation with my homies because I used to split League Pass with the homies, but now I'm just like, bro, I might as well just spend the 40 ball on it, bro. Spend the 40 ball. The only thing about League Pass was like the blackouts. You know what I'm saying? It was so many blackouts, bro. And it was like glitchy and stuff like that a couple years ago. I was like, bro, I might as well go. If you know, you know. But yeah, man, I think I'm gonna support League Pass this year. Buy me League Pass and everything. LSU, once again, I'm sorry that I wasn't able to make it to the game. Family stuff. I sent the email today, but it was the day of, so and they already sent me like parking pass and email like we look forward to welcoming you. I felt bad, bro. I'm not gonna lie, but fan first, bro. You know what it is. All right. With that being said, hold on. We got some things to discuss, but that's what I wanted to talk about in the world of basketball. So, with that being said, I'll get to the next thing and we can get out of here on an early note. Very, very short stream today. Might be even like 20, 30 minutes, like my first couple streams. So Doja Cat, she's been speaking about numbers recently. I saw the first one yesterday. She deleted this tweet, but Pop Crave, of course, screenshotted it and posted it in a big fancy graphic. The amount of streams on the song isn't indicative of the quality or effort put into it. If you disagree with this, you could be having an episode and should seek love from the outside. Go for a run. Take a look in the mirror and ask yourself in the safety of your mind if you are proud of the person or if you even like what you see next, do not punish yourself, do not sabotage, rather take it as an opportunity to become even better person than who you once were. Look at the beginning. Oh wow, look at the beginning of a fulfilling life. You deserve an adventure. You deserve to feel the sun on your skin. Don't trade that for being on this app with the blinds drawn. You deserve more, bro. One thing about Tyler the Creator, like someone asked him what he likes about rap. And he says the fact that he could just say the most basic things and describe them in the coolest way possible. Like, he talks about lying on the grass and he's like, oh, let the blades on the grass. No, that's Andre 3000. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. I just appreciate when rappers can like say something so basic in such an elaborate and elegant way. Like she literally just said, touch grass. Get off your phone and live life. It's crazy because she's probably like one of the more internet artists that we have this generation. Like, isn't that many more artists that are more internet than Doja Cat, bro? But I guess apparently it was something because she put out another tweet tonight after she deleted this one and was like, "That's not the lead signal single." Let me see if I can find it. Is this it? Let me see. I'm clicking on it. She still got it. It's not the lead. I'm just giving people who asked for it. And then they said, "We appreciate it. Is this a standalone or does it have any relation to the album?" She said, "No relation to the album whatsoever." I don't know what song she talking about because she doesn't have a song on her YouTube. Um, I was looking it up to see like what song she was talking about. But also like Meg the Stallion was just talking about it, bro. No, but just saying. What? How you just saying? Anyway, I'm sorry. I went on on YouTube and looked at my comments, bro. Bro, my comment section get crazy with them political boy. What man? Listen. All right, but yeah. I don't see anything of Doja Cat's like up here from like yesterday. I even went on nothing. Last thing is 2 months ago. I'll go to releases. The last thing is Scarlet, the deluxe, which I love by the way. She's rapping on it. Rapping. I thought it was kind of undervalued. But yeah. She said it's not the lead. I'm just giving people who asked for it. But yeah, Meg Thee Stallion went on a similar rant like last week. As you see, she released Whenever. It had 3.3 million views in a little over a week. And the numbers really weren't, I guess, where Meg or her fans wanted them to be. So she went on this entire thing on Instagram Live where she was like, "Hotties, I gotta have a talk with y'all. Like, it's just wait, I can't say this on live. I gotta record it because I'm gonna end up saying the wrong thing." And she was like emotional and she cared about it. And I really appreciate that Meg Thee Stallion cares about her art. You know, like I said, her videos, she puts so much effort into it. So it's like effort equals money a lot of times. And she's still kind of, I believe she's independent. She has the equity distribution deal with Rock Nation, but overall she's independent.
Gil's been watching The Walking Dead for free.
Okay. You're putting a lot of money into this stuff. So if you're putting a lot of money into it, like you want it to be, you know what I'm saying? Like you want it to do well. Like she doesn't want it to underperform. She's got 7.2 million subscribers on YouTube, and to have your video get like 3.3, I guess, like relatively speaking for her audience, that's underwhelming. But any other place, I think most artists will take 3.3 million views in a week. And when you're talking about streaming on Spotify, I have no clue about all that stuff. But yeah, with the fans talking about flops and numbers and things of that sort, I would say it doesn't matter. However, when artists stream well, everybody brags about it. Like no one is like, "Oh, it doesn't matter," right? Like they brag about it. Like even Tyler Creator, right? He bragged about 300,000 first week cornucopia. Like he bragged about that for a long time. Whatever. Okay, so why don't we see the numbers if it's not on like popular? Like you always see the numbers for popular, but when you click on a random song on Spotify, I don't use Spotify by the way. I have to put that out. But yeah, you never see the numbers. But I think if anything for the artists and creatives, like the thing you always have to remember is if something doesn't hit with numbers immediately, that doesn't mean it's the end of the world. And it's not the end of that record. It's so many artists that push songs forever before it caught on. And now even more than ever with TikTok. It just takes one viral TikTok using the sound of that song to catch on and go viral and blow up and become, something that was even bigger than what you didn't even intend to be. So you can put out this whenever, right? If you're Meg Thee Stallion, or Doja Cat can put out whatever record she's talking about, whatever record she's referring to that didn't do so well, numbers wise and streaming wise. You put out an album, and then the B side, random B side, a person's gonna grab it, make a skit out of the back and forth that you said maybe in the song or whatever, make a funny skit out of it. And now it's like the biggest thing. Like Doechii put out the her joint Alligator Bites Never Healed. Like that mixtape was from August. And I remember the rollout for it because it was like every Friday she had a video for it. Like she had a video for Boom Bap, then she had a video for Nissan Altima, and then she had a video for like Was it Catfish? I think it might have been Catfish. But those were all the singles going into the album. I was paying attention, but it was almost kind of like niche hip hop was paying attention. And then she puts out the album, the mixtape. It goes crazy. A lot of people are like, "This is really good. This is really good." And then kind of like out of nowhere, like TikTok just kind of grabs it and it goes stupid. And then she puts out, and so now though she has like the most attention, and then she puts out the video for "The Nile is a River," and then that becomes the next single. After the video comes out, it becomes like the biggest thing. And then she wins the Grammy, and then she becomes like this big topic because it's like, who's this girl that just won a Grammy? And you know what I'm saying? And Alligator Bites Never Heal, the mixtape, is bigger now than it's ever been before in April 2025. And it came out in August 2024. So you can never sweat that stuff, the numbers. I understand, like, if you put so much into something and it doesn't do right, like, it's not the end of the game. It's just the first quarter. Man, that's a life lesson, bro. With anything, man, it's not the end of the game. It's just the first quarter. Keep playing. I just said some stuff on accident. What the heck? Hey, man. But yeah, that's what I got to say about the whole Doja Cat and Meg Thee Stallion thing. Like they said, it just is what it is. I want to watch this from Asante.
The internet doesn't know how to feel after Doja Cat told her fans to go outside, go touch some grass, and stop obsessing over streams. But I know how I feel about this. Well, the tweet is actually deleted now, but let's read the tweet together. She said the amount of streams on a song isn't indicative of the quality or effort put into it. If you disagree with this, you could be having an episode and should seek love from the outside. Go for a run. Take a look in the mirror and ask yourself in the safety of your mind if you are proud of that person. Next, do not punish yourself. Do not sabotage. Rather, take it as an opportunity to become an even better version of who you once were. Ended it by saying you deserve more. And this tweet didn't rub everyone the right way. These days, streams, followers, and chart placements are so public. A lot of fans use them to measure an artist's worth. If something is not charting or not trending, they immediately call it a flop. And I don't think that's fair. As a content creator, I agree with what Doja is trying to say. Sometimes I spend hours on a video and it still flops. Other times I throw something together in like 5 minutes and you know what? That video does so much better. After doing this for 5 years, I learned that like just because you get high views, it doesn't mean that it was the highest quality type of video or content. Some of my most proud videos are like interviews, vlogs, and kind of behind the scenes of Hollywood. And those don't get as many views as these do. Being in entertainment, there's a balance of doing what you know what's going to work, what the industry like, maybe what your fans like, but then also just like trying new things that keep you creative and things that you really are truly passionate about. Lost the plot of just making art, making a good song, making a good video. The internet doesn't know how to feel.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much that. All right, cool. This Trump thing, and then we're out of here. All right. And this Trump thing, and then we're out of here, buddy. Okay. I hope everybody's having a good Friday night. This is how we do it. If you know, you know. Have I listened to the new DDG? I have not listened to DDG's new album. I still don't know. You know what I'm saying? The way that he kind of threw Todd to the side is kind of crazy to me. I ain't gonna lie. For the sake of his brother, it's crazy. Where is it? Hold on. I thought I put this in my... I'm trying to find... I gotta find the thing now. How do I get this up here? Let me see. If I do that, will it save? It should. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to pull up this Trump link. What up with Doja Cat? So with Doja Cat, what up, Flip? I'm on for just a short bit tonight. It's a really short stream because I'm tired. As you see, I was traveling today. I'm in a whole nother state. I'm in like an Airbnb right now. But yeah. What's going on with Doja Cat is she apparently put out a new song, and like I guess it didn't do well. So like her fans were talking about it and stuff like that. So someone else was like, what they say? They said they were talking about flops, and she was like, hey, y'all need to stop talking about flops. If y'all obsessing over numbers and stuff like that, then y'all need to go outside and like ride a bike and look at the sun and live life, breathe some air. And she said it in a very elegant way. And I was just saying it's the same thing that kind of Make the Stallion was just saying the other day of just like the hotties got to chill sometimes because like I know y'all be trying to defend me and stuff, but sometimes it just come across looking crazy. And she was referring to people saying that she flopped. And I was just like, artists shouldn't care that much because you just never know what's going to catch on. So that was all the Doja Cat stuff was. So now I'm doing this Trump thing and then I'm out of here. Trump, Donald Trump gave the commencement speech at the University of Alabama. And this is kind of how it went.
Had to see where the enemy lies because they're already looking to impeach Trump. You know, these crazy people. Let's impeach him. For what? We don't know exactly, but we'll try it. These people are crazy. So we had to, get our bearings for the first couple of weeks. So in 2 months, we had over $8 trillion, think of it, committed. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. There's never been anything like it in any country at any time. And it's all because they want to avoid the tariffs. We want to get here fast. And I said, a number of times, tariff is the most beautiful word in the world. And I got absolutely decimated by the fake news. They said, what about love? What about your wife? What about your parents? What about religion and God? So I said, all right, it's the 5th nicest word I've ever seen. And since I've done that, I've been in good shape. Nobody's bothered me. They've been very nice. Had to see where the end.
You ever have someone tell you that you ever have someone tell you like you're dominating the conversation, you don't even listen to me, you're just waiting to talk? This man right here takes it to another level. He said a university giving a graduation speech and he makes it about venting about his job as the president of the United States. It's insane. Hold on, let me go back to what Flip said real quick. I'll just allow this Flip show her some love. It does not take much for some people to go off. 100%, bro. 100%. Like because you're obviously feeling about a way about your art, right? Like say you put so much work into something, you put it out and it gets like 5 plays, like you feel a way about it, right? So I mean, I get it. But her acting like, she's not bothered by people's reaction to her numbers is literally her showing that she is bothered by some way of people's reaction to her numbers. She's had a good run so far. 100%. Doja has been really good, bro, since like 2018 for sure. And then Flip said on the speech, impromptu speech, no, it's not a beautiful word, tariff. The idea he got all these business deals are not even in progress or on the table. They're just empty promises. That is what Flip the script said, y'all. Rashad Milligan did not say this. Please do not. Oh, Rashad, media organization. Nah, I ain't saying nothing. I laughed. I played the clip and I laughed. But you know what isn't so funny? I'll tell you what isn't so funny. Shout out to Phil Lewis once again, my brother. In his budget request to Congress, Trump proposed cutting $65 million in federal funding for Howard University. And The Hill just updated its story. And so we will be reading that right now, man. Shout out to Phil Lewis for posting that, though. Shout out to The Hill. This was written by Cheyenne M. Daniels. Trump proposes returning Howard University to 2021 budget levels with hospital complete. All right, hold on. I'm trying to scroll down, Hill. What we doing, Hill? It's scrolling me back up every time I'm trying to scroll down. Okay, hold on. I'm scrolling up, y'all. Give me a second. Be patient with me. Correction, the Trump administration is proposing to end in funding to Howard University related to the construction of a hospital. This information was incorrect. Ooh. Well, hey, at least they corrected it. It was incorrect into our earlier version of the story. The Trump administration is proposing not to renew a $64 million payment to Howard University. The money, a one-time payment, was made to build the Howard University Hospital. Is no longer needed with the construction complete, the administration said in the budget proposal. Oh, hey, they got him. They thought they had him with it. I ain't gonna lie. They thought they had him. Howard is the nation's only federal federally chartered historically black college or university. The budget proposal comes days after Trump signed an order establishing a White House incentive on HBCUs to deliver quote unquote high quality education on the growing number of students. Earlier this week, the president also told News Nation that HBCUs should not be concerned about federal funding cuts to their budgets. This is funny. This is funny. Like the Hill almost got them, bro. But nah, man. Nah, they said that was for the hospital, bro. And we already built the hospital, so we don't need that money. I got them more money than they've ever dreamed possible, and they're in great shape now, Trump said, referring to the 2019 bipartisan bill that permanently provides more than $250 million a year to HBCUs. They have long-term financing, he added. Nobody did that than Donald Trump. Still, HBCUs receive significantly less funding than predominantly white institutions. Black land-grant universities have been underfunded for more than $12 billion over the past 30 years, according to a 2022 Forbes analysis. The university is aware of the Trump administration's proposed funding recommendations for Howard University, one of the nation's premier historically black colleges and universities, HBCUs, as a part of discretionary funding levels for fiscal year 2026, Howard University said in that statement to The Hill. As a leading HBCU, Howard has since its founding in 1867 cultivated talent, unlocked opportunity, and contributed mightily to every sector of human life, of American life. The university continues to do so as top-tier research-one institution and a leading contributor to social and economic mobility for our graduates. We look forward to engaging to sustain the fiscal year 2026 budget to at least the level provided in fiscal year 2025, ensuring the continued advancement of our mission and the legacy of academic excellence that defines Howard University. So there it is. So not much of a story, I guess. Not much of a story. But I was like, dang, at first, like the headline was crazy. Trump administration asked the Supreme Court to let Doge access Social Security systems with personal data on millions. Oh, that's cool. Shouts out to Elon Musk. Shout out to X, man. Getting more of our information. Fire. Yay, less privacy. Shout out to Greg Popovich, bro. Shout out to Greg Popovich, Coach Pop. I am worried. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I am a little worried about his health. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm worried about Coach Pop because it's like he had a medical scare, right? And then they said he had another medical scare like at the end of the regular season. And now he's like, oh yeah, he's just stepping away altogether. I'm a bit concerned. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, cause like when you just hear a little bit about medical stuff in the public and you don't hear anything else, that means there's a lot of bit going on behind the scenes. So I just really hope Pop is good, man. I pray for Pop, his health, and the Spurs organization, the Spurs faithful, the fans, everybody that works there, all the employees and stuff like that. Definitely, 100%. Who can trust the Hill? I hope he takes care of. Yeah, 100%, 100%. Definitely the greatest coach in NBA of his time, 100%. I can't speak of the greatest coaches all time, like Red Auerbach and all those guys, like because I'm young. Even though I speak on those players from that era, because I can easily watch their highlights, but I have to watch full games to get like who was the best coach. But in terms of this era, it was Pop. Pop was the standard, and Coach Spo in Miami is kind of like following his blueprint, and he's like the biggest guy now. So salute the Coach Spo, and shout out to the new guy who's gonna replace him and stuff over there in San Antonio. Hold on, let me see if I can get his name. Did Phil retweet that one? I'll go over here. I'll go over on Sham's page directly. What's his name? Shout out L. Duncan, my journalism auntie. Mitch Johnson. Salute to Mitch Johnson, man. Congratulations on getting the job as a new guy. And yeah, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens with San Antonio moving forward. As they say, you got Wemby, Rookie of the Year, top 10 pick in the draft. Yeah, they have Wemby, Stephon Castle, De'Aaron Fox. Even I know he didn't play that well this past season, but De'Aaron Fox, and now you got another top 10 pick. And Mikey Williams, as we wrap up now. Mikey Williams going to Sacramento State. Shaq and Mike Bibby really getting things done, already moving on. And I wish the best for Mikey, man. He had a rough season this year coming back, his first like kind of true season in playing college basketball. Rough start to the season, and then he started to get some more minutes at the end of the year and scored a couple more points. So best of luck to Mikey as he gets back into playing shape, and I hope that he can save his career 100%. So there's that. My name's Rashad Milligan as always, and I hope you guys take care of yourselves. If nobody else told you today, I care for you. Until next time, peace.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
Good question.
We can't ask Rashad questions.
Hey, Rashad.